Hi and welcome to the third video about my company WooBank. My name is Melina and I am the proud CEO and founder of this growing company. Today I will discuss with you how we handle performance management, how we reward our employees for their work, and finally the management versus employee rights and responsibilities. To begin, I will touch on the performance management subject. Performance management is an important part of our HRM team at WooBank because it mainly helps to keep our employees motivated in their work. Along with that, it helps WooBank reach its goals faster because of how everyone feels more involved in the company. The fact that employees feel more involved here makes us feel more like a big team than only colleagues. Moreover, it is also a great tool to adjust compensation. Now let me take you through our performance management procedures. First, we make our goals clear with our employees. We often communicate with them what we plan to achieve in the future, and we give them some reachable personal goals that could help us attain the overall organizational goals. Second, we regularly train our employees to our new systems, to new working methods, and even more to keep up with the latest trends in the industry. When our employees are out of track, they are late on a certain project, or they have difficulty with a certain task, our regular reviews enable us to know these kinds of problems and to find ways to solve them with the employees. In my opinion, the most important step in a great performance management system is to make the employees feel welcomed to talk about anything that they have in mind with either one of their supervisors or with one of our HR professionals. In order for them to feel that way, we ensure to hire the people for our HR department that are open-minded and warm. Third, we must recognize and reward our employees for the daily great work that they do. Employees must know that we are very grateful to have them by our side every day. I will touch on that later in the video. Lastly, we create a specific plan with every employee for what we expect them to achieve, improve, or work on for the next year or so, which keeps them motivated. During all the steps of the performance management process, we document the conversations and actions that are taken with each employee to keep track of the progress that they make and to see how far they have come since they started working for us. It is also encouraging for them to see the progress that they made throughout the months and years. As a bank, we know the value of money, particularly wages, bonuses, and everything else that comes with it. We understand that money doesn't buy happiness, but we know how people who don't have enough can struggle in life, and that is not what we want our employees to go through. They are what makes our company so special and important, so they deserve to be rewarded and paid accordingly. We are actually known to pay our employees very well, and we are very proud to do so. This is called direct compensation. A form of compensation that is less known or talked about is indirect compensation, which consists of benefits and recognition. If you listen to the first video that I made on WooBank, you know that our employees have very good benefits, such as a gym in all our offices so that they can get their mind off work a little bit every day, and also the fact that we have a free psychologist available in all our offices. Moreover, we have a special recognition system in which we value an employee every week who achieved something special or who simply did their job very well on the company's intranet. In addition to that, we often try to personalize the benefits to each employee. We try to be very comprehensive and to suit everyone's personal preferences and needs. For example, we allowed a new employee to work remotely for an entire week because they needed to be out of the city for personal reasons. We normally want our employees to be present at the office at least 4 days a week to be there for the clients, but we can always make compromises. We also provide our employees some voluntary employee benefits. As a matter of fact, we have insurance plans available for our employees because we know how important health is. Along with that, we also have an educational assistance program who finances and encourages our employees to further their knowledge by education. All of these benefits allow for more applicants on our vacant positions because we are known to treat our employees very well. Compensation and benefits can be influenced by both internal and external factors. Examples of internal ones are the worth of a job compared to the other ones in our company and our ability to pay our employees. On the other hand, an external factor could simply be the economy or the cost of living. Now let's talk about how we evaluate and determine the wage rates of different positions. The job evaluation method that we use is called classification, which is about classifying the different roles into categories that group the ones that require similar skills and requirements. That way, we can compare and rank these different groups to determine the average salary for every position. However, the salary is not only determined by the job that is done. The biggest factor is the employee doing the job. We evaluate their skills and abilities linked to the position they occupy, along with other factors such as their education and their seniority in the company. Now I will talk to you about the management and employee rights and responsibilities. Both parties have different rights when it comes to their jobs, which they must carefully know. First, I will talk about the management rights. The biggest one is that we can hire and terminate whoever we want. Nonetheless, there are still some restrictions and legal requirements about that which we must follow. On the same note, a requirement that we have is to demonstrate social responsibility. In brief, it means to treat our employees as humans and even as our friends or as our kids. Sometimes big companies forget that their employees have lives outside of work and they forget that they are humans. We always try our best at WooBank to make our employees feel good at work and also to make them feel welcome to discuss about whatever bothers them. Another requirement that we have is to respect our employees' rights. For example, we must make sure that their work environment is safe. On the other hand, our employees also have rights. For example, there is due process, which is their right to a fair treatment when a problem occurs. We need to be objective and look into every little detail when we investigate on a problem. We also need to put our opinion and emotions aside. We must also respect our employees' privacy. So, for example, the information in their personal file is strictly confidential and cannot be given to anyone else without the concerned employee's consent. Finally, I'll talk to you about my least favorite aspect of my job, which is termination. This is a very delicate subject, but it occurs in all companies and it must be talked about. When terminating an employee, we must be very tactful and comprehensive. We need to give them reasonable notice and to clearly justify our actions. One thing that we like to do is to change our employees' conditions before we terminate them. For example, they could have less hours, but they would still have a job. This is constructive and it allows them to look for another job whilst still being employed. We also provide a career transition assistance to help them find the best next job for their needs. So that is all I wanted to discuss with you today. I hope that it made you learn something about WooBank, whether about how we indulge performance management, the rewards we offer our employees, and our rights and responsibilities. Overall, my main goal today is that after listening to this video, you know how much we respect our employees and how well we treat them. As I said before, they are what makes my company grow every day, and they deserve to be rewarded and recognized for that. Thank you so much for your time today, and see you soon.